It is with great honor and pleasure that I present this award as we watch our DVD. And the Steve Hearing Legacy Award is now presented to Master Les Conlon. In the world of martial arts and for continuing the legacy.
Real quick, can everybody please stand up and give a big hand to John Cantrell and to Steve
Hey! Hi, my name is Master Greg Mutart. I've been studying Hapkido with Master Connor for over 20 years now. I'll introduce my team real quick. These are my instructors. Mr. Ricketts, Mr. Vontes are both third-degree black belts with us under Master Connor. They've been training since 14, 12 years old. Then we have Mr. Renner, who's one of our adult volunteer instructors. You got suckered in because his kid's starting now. Hey, come join us. So he comes in, helps teach a couple days a week. And we have Henry and Leona, who are both, and all three of these guys are second-degree black belts working on their third degrees. Henry started as our little ninja, similar to the little dragons, 4 years old, something like that. Leona, just a little bit older when she was 8. Mr. Richard, who's joined us about a year ago, year and a half, something like that.
Yes.
And did his very first public demo.
That's true.
So these, now I gotta sound soft. Not used to the microphone. So we're gonna demonstrate Hapkido for you guys today. Hapkido is a Korean martial art, and it's a very comprehensive style. It includes punches, kicks, twisting, throwing, sweeps, weapons training, a lot of different things. And one of the things we like to say is by the time you reach, or we try and achieve by the time you reach your first degree black belt, is you're able to defend yourself from a punch, kick, someone grabbing you from the front, side, back, whether you're standing, sitting, or lying. And that's a very bold statement to make, but we're going to show you some of the things we do today to do that, as well as trying to explain some of the principles in Hapkido so you kind of know what you're looking at. We're going to start off today with some of our kicks. So Leona and Richard are going to demonstrate some of our kicks for you guys. So we just Miss Fontes. They're just going to be showing a front leg kick, a rear leg kick, and some jumping kicks off the front leg and the rear leg. So go ahead, guys. Very nice, thank you. Come all the way back. Now, one of the things that is a little bit different about us is we have what we call conservation of energy. Hapkido translates to the way of coordinated power. And so we use people's energies and people's power against them. So you'll notice as they're kicking, they're not very stretched out like you would see in a taekwondo style, something like that. They're compact, and that's to help protect them if somebody does counter them. So we also have some combination kicks. We'll demonstrate this right now.
Best leg forward.
Hey!
Low high, jump side, jump side. Jump low front, high round.
Thank you guys. So, and if you're familiar with the Korean arts, you'll see that in a lot of the Korean arts you have this dynamic kicking, multiple kicks, kicking 5, 6, 7, 10 times before the foot touches the ground. And it's a lot of fun to do if you're good at it. Also, we have a bunch of spinning kicks. We'll demonstrate some of those for you right now. These kicks are all kicks that you have to do for their first degree black belt, second degree black belt as well. have what we call flying kicks. So some of our second degrees now are going to demonstrate these. They're going to jump up and kick with both feet and then land. That's the goal, is to land.
Oh, and I forgot a third degree is going to show him too. Sorry. Demoted him for a second. There's about seven different of these kicks that they have to do in order to get their third degree black belt, along with a whole lot of techniques and relearn the art as well. So it's a little bit of a test, but it's fun to do.
So those are some of the kicks that we use. Again, in every belt, from white up until you get your third degree black belt, you're testing on a different set of kicks along with your different techniques. So we're going to get into a little bit of the techniques right now. I want to explain the principles. There's three main principles that you'll hear of in Hapkido: circle, water, and power, which is also known as key or harmony. I like harmony, it makes sense to me. But I'll explain the principles a little bit right now. So, Mr. Richard. Now, the first rule of defending yourself is to make sure the person attacking you is no more than half your size. That's what I'm using.
If they're any bigger, just ask them to kindly leave you alone. You'll be fine. So we'll go up here, so hopefully you can hear me a little bit better. But the first one we'll talk about is circle. Circle is a redirection. So it's whatever energy he gives me, I take it and I change it. So if he gives me a punch, I just redirect that energy, take the power he's giving me. If he gives me a kick, give me a front kick. And just a little bit. It takes very little effort on my part because he's already providing, well, now I'm talking about the power as well. But circle is just taking and changing that energy. Water. I'm sure everybody here knows almost everybody here knows the Bruce Lee "Be Like Water" speech, yes? We're familiar with that. If you haven't seen it, YouTube it. It's a great speech. And it explains water principle very similar to what we use. So water is being adaptable. It's being hard when you need to be hard. It's being soft when you need to be soft. It's moving in, taking up the open spaces. A great example of that is what we call an elbow throw. So show off this person going to come in. And like water, I come rushing in, lift him up, and take up all the space. Another great water technique, and it's one of our early techniques, is off of a punch. When he punches, I move out of the way. I'm loose, I'm soft everywhere except for where I block and where I hit as well. And so now, I'm combining a couple of principles. I'm getting ahead of myself. So that's circle, that's water, and the last one is power. Now, power is not how strong you are. Power is using their energy against them. It's the path of least resistance. So if he pushes me, I pull him. If he pulls me, I push him. I understand flat. So it's whatever energy he gives me, I take that and use it against him. So these again are the three main principles of Hapkido. And the beauty of the art, and what makes it easy for somebody my size or Richard's size to use it, is when you combine the principles together. So we'll take water and circle. Water and circle. He gives me a roundhouse kick. All right, grab his leg, redirect the energy in a circle, use his power. That's also power as well. And that's actually the other thing. all of our techniques are using at least 2, usually 3 of the principles. He gives me a psychic. This is a good water one. I grab his leg and take him down. What else do we practice? That's good. But, thank you, Mr. Richard. Now, as I said, combining the principles makes these techniques easy to use against people really skinny or people not quite as skinny, or even people my size who are nowhere near skinny. So I combine the principles again, and I don't need a lot of strength, but I just grab him and create some power and then redirect it into a circle, and he goes down very easy. Same thing with that, same roundhouse kick. And I just pull him around. What else do we do? The side kick, the reversal. Now, this one, give me your kick. If you don't do this one right, they get a lot of weight in this leg, step down. And it becomes very hard to hold their leg up. But when we combine them, just redirecting his energy, and you can see it takes very little effort on my part to get him down. So that is the beauty of Hapkido, is redirecting, using their attack against them. Now, normally in Hapkido demos, you'll see a lot of flipping around, so take them, throw them all over the place. We set it up today so that we don't have the mats, and we're not going to do a lot of big flips, but yeah, you still see some cool stuff. Oh, as I said, it's also a very comprehensive art. So we have things like you're seeing right now where I take them down, throw them. We also have what we call piece technique. So if he grabs me, I can get away without using any kind of force. And again, I'm not doing any damage to him, just to let him know, hey, you might not want to mess with me. It's going to get worse for you. Simple things like that. Also in Hapkido, now this is our version of Hapkido, our style of Hapkido that our master taught us is different from a lot of others. You see a lot of what I like to call compliance techniques. So, and they'll twist them all around and take them all over the place, which is stuff we have, and it's a lot of fun to do. I really enjoy that. But for us, it is take him to the ground and finish him as quickly as you can. So if he grabs, and he shouldn't get up after that. I'm supposed to say something. And this is a really good, really simple one. And you just walk away and business is done. So, very simple, very straightforward. Get the person down and finish it. Master Karen always tells me, Mutard, conserve energy, conserve movements. I like to do the fancier stuff, but he's always there to remind me. So right now, these guys are going to demonstrate some self-spin simulators. So the and I have worked on one. Let's go over here. Ready? Hey, right? Hey, give me your back.
Hey!
Just want to see what's in the back.
Hey! Hey! Hey!
Hey, it's me. It's guys. Hey!
Stand. Face down. Turn. Busy.
Hey, how's it going? Oh,
Hey!
hey, lady, come on.
Hey! Hey!
Oh, you little...
Hey! Hey!
idea of some of the practical applications of our techniques. As I said, we do have weapons training as well. So for your first degree to second degree black belt, one of the weapons you learn, or the weapon you learn, is what we call a short bow. So this little stick, one of the routines is defense against sword with the short bow. I did, think. Think. Leo's done that one a bit. The strength is again demonstrate cane moves.
Yes, you are. Sí, ¿eh?
So we don't have a lot of weapons, but the weapons that we do use, we try and use them very effectively. In anything we do, if we get a hold of you, we try and twist something, break something, and we do it in as efficient a way as possible. Now my favorite weapon, hands down, is belts. There's a lot of fun stuff you can do with the belt. Mr. Ricketts?
Yes, sir.
So, you want to imagine the belt that you're wearing has a very nice little buckle on the end instead of my little cloth thing. So we have a number of strikes. A number of different things that we can combine them with our kicking. Got him a little bit on that one. And then we have the fun stuff where we take this and start breaking stuff. Getting very fast, efficient stuff. And of course, punches and kicks. We're doing the kick first. That's right. So again, fun little piece of equipment that you have there that you carry everywhere you go. At least I wear a belt every day. Keeps my pants up and whatnot. So, that's the one.
Sir, sir.
So in a nutshell, that is Hapkido. Those are principles, some of the ways that we use them. And it's a great art. It's kept me interested for over 20 years. Master Garden for over 30. And hopefully these guys will keep going as well. So, thanks guys. Hey,
Let's give them